One of them? Oh, okay. Probably because it went from Android, like, operating system to the other. You think that that might be why? Because it's technically a completely different operating system? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Chief Communications Officer of Gearbox Entertainment, Dan Hewitt.
Hi, Dan.
Hello, PAX people.
Look at his shirt. I want his shirt. I just want everyone.
That is fantastic.
I just want everyone's
hope you all are doing well. And sorry, I just always think, wow, there are so many people here. This is fantastic. Thank you for making time for Gearbox, and we love seeing you all. Whether you're here in the hall or whether you're watching online, you're a part of our community, a part of our Gearbox family, and we love seeing you all.
Also muted
I will
alerts,
tell you,
guys,
this
just so you
show
know.
has a particular special meaning for me, apart from the fact that I just love PAX in general. I have been out of the office for the past few months.
I'll just pause the words.
My husband and I had our first child.
I don't like kids, but
I've been
yay!
on paternity leave, and I just came back from paternity leave like 48 hours ago. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like, oh my gosh. And I tell you what, I sort of have a thing. I was debating whether to do it or not, and I'm being completely serious. Do y'all want to see a picture of my kid?
Aww.
Hey, Sean, can
Super
we
cute.
load up that picture of my kid?
Oh my god.
And if you think I'm kidding, that is absolutely her. She is a sweetheart, and she
Oh, they
makes
didn't
my
even
world
show
go
it.
round, and she's the best. And while I could keep showing
Probably
you pictures
'cause
of
the
my
internet.
little girl all day
Oh.
long, why don't we talk about some
That's cute.
video games? How
That's
about
cute.
that?
They showed it at the very end
We
there.
have got an
adorable.
incredible show for you all today. We've got some great people here from the Risk of Rain 2 team who are going to be talking about, that's right, who are going to be talking about what's going on with that incredible game that I love playing
Oh,
so
so we're
much.
not just
But
talking
we
about
also
Borderlands
have
4.
a whole group of folks here from the Borderlands 4 team.
Woo!
How about that State of Play? Was that State of Play with Sony? Awesome. That was an amazing
It
show.
was so good.
But we've got a great group of folks who are going to be doing deep dive
Oh,
conversation.
question
We're
mark?
also going to be doing a Q&A. We've
Oh,
taken
okay.
questions from the community online as well as people in the audience. And we've got Randy here who's going to be doing
Randy?
a giveaway. So I'm excited about that. Stay with us for the giveaway. So why don't we get started?
No,
What do y'all
Q&A.
think? All right.
The question marks are Q&A.
Coming out now are Roger and Bruno from our Risk of Rain 2 team. Roger and Bruno.
I know. All right. We don't care about Risk of Rain.
What a
I'm
crowd.
sorry.
Lovely to see y'all.
Crazy.
No, I'm just
Hi,
kidding.
Bruno
I'm just
Fontenay,
kidding.
lead designer for Risk of Rain 2.
And I'm Roger
Risk of
Court,
Rain's pretty
technical
fun.
director for Risk of Rain 2.
Oh man, I'm so excited to be here. Okay, since Hopu Games and Gearbox first launched Risk of Rain 2 in early access
It's
right
pretty
here
good.
at PAX, it's been so exciting to see over 10 million people engage with Lemurians, Wisps, and the adorably squishy Gubs.
Now, for the uninitiated, let's bring you up to speed. Risk of Rain is a fast-paced,
It is
third-person
pretty
shooter
fun.
roguelike where up to 4 friends are dropped onto a hostile alien planet and forced to survive as long as possible. The catch? Time is your enemy.
I like how
The
my
longer you
camera's
play,
like perfect.
The harder it gets.
My camera's perfectly
You choose
lined.
from a roster of up to 16
actually awesome.
unique playable survivors, each with their own playstyle, and battle increasingly difficult enemies across dozens of environments.
It's really fun.
It's all about finding
If you
loot,
like roguelikes,
stacking
it's
wild
very
power-ups,
fun.
and balancing risk versus reward
That's
as
the
you either
loot,
try
Rain.
to escape the planet or stick around and press your luck for ever longer, crazier runs. Most of the time, though, you're gonna die.
That's true. Diving into Risk of Rain 2, one quickly finds out that death is only the beginning. Every playthrough
Yes,
has
you
the
can play
potential to
multiplayer. I think
unlock
it's 4
powerful new
player.
survivors, items, artifacts, all in purpose of the next run. Now, think adrenaline, chaos, and strategy rolled up
You can
all
play it
into
solo, though.
one death-defying experience. Oh yeah, that's right. Still late, sorry.
A little more.
After the early access update, Risk of Rain 2, we went into full release 1.0. Then, a year after, we had the anniversary update where we had Bandit and a slew of other content. to be honest. Multi's best skill came out of that. And then after that, we had Gearbox and Hopu Games combined together to go straight into the DLCs.
All right. Survivors of the Void was a huge content boost for the game. It added 2 playable survivors, Railgunner and Void Fiend, along with new stages, new enemies, a new final boss, and over 40 new items, including corrupted Void variants that can totally flip the way your build plays. The DLC also introduced the Simulacrum, a wave-based, oh man, I always forget this one. Let me see. An endless, wave-based, something or other. It's a simulacrum. It's cool. For those that want a purer form of multiplayer chaos. Now, a year ago, we released our second expansion, Seekers of the Storm, this time bringing 3 new survivors along with a branching route to complete the game known as the Path of the Colossus. This is a multi-stage trek that scales a giant statue and includes new stages, new items, new enemies, and elite types, and culminates in a new final boss challenge.
That's awesome. So earlier this week, we released Phase 3 of the improvement updates. Phase 1 being the items, where we overhauled all of them in conjunction with the community, ensuring that we increased the fun, improved the balance, and created new synergies between old and new items. Then we moved on in March to Phase 2, which was the False Sun boss fight and its redesign, making sure that encounter had a glow up, it was polished and compelling, all while keeping the challenge that Risk of Rain players love. And then finally, Phase 3, the Survivor update. Seeker, False Sun, and Chef. All their skills got a massive update and glow up.
Me too, Thumbs.
And we also added multiple new abilities so that players have more choice and creativity in their runs.
Now, we're super proud of the work that went into those updates, as well as the reception we've received from fans and our community. If you haven't already, we truly believe that there's never been a better time to play Risk of Rain 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of content. But believe me, we're far from finished. Fans have been asking us, what's next for Risk of Rain 2? And today I'd like to share with you all a sneak peek.
I'm impatient. Give it to me now. Because we want it to be done and ready, you know. Oh, Thumbs, by the way, I think I know why I was having issues yesterday. When I turned game mode on, it fucking reverted my, my base output resolution in OBS to 1080p instead of what I had it at, which was 1440p. And so I was playing in, I'm playing in 1440p, but in OBS, I said it was showing my base resolution was 1080p, and I was downscaling to 1080p when that wasn't the case. I think that was what was causing issues yesterday, potentially, and also the quality of stream wasn't as good as the day before. So, but I did fix it. So. No, I think by turning on game mode, it did something in my OBS because I didn't do it. Like, I didn't make those changes.
Wow.
So.
That looks so good. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. All right.
Woo!
So now, first off, thank you, Roger Bruno. That was great. Now I want to bring onto the stage 2 of my best friends from Gearbox. Please put your hands together for Randy Pitchford, founder of Gearbox Entertainment.
I had to actually physically go into OBS because I was like, what is going on? So I went in and made sure all my stuff was fine in OBS.
Hi.
Randy, how's your
Borderlands 4.
going?
Oh my God.
We'll talk about it later.
Who's played Risk? Has anybody played Risk of Rain 2? Like, Holy shit.
I had
the
to
game, like,
manually
for-
go
for
into
a
OBS to
humble-
fix it.
you-
But
dude,
the
this is like
only thing I did was turn on game mode, and that's,
25 bucks,
I'm assuming
man.
what caused it.
Do it. It's freaking great.
I didn't
I'm
physically
addicted
change
to this
that.
game, this humble little thing that just, and there's like 10 million people that have jumped on. If you haven't tried it yet, you owe it to yourself to check it out.
Look at
It's
those
freaking
t-shirts. I want the
awesome.
t-shirts.
I freaking love it. And I'm here right now with you guys.
Look at his jacket.
We're
He's
here
got
together.
the 4 jacket on.
And I
Amazing.
get to talk about Borderlands 4.
I'm so excited.
Reiner, how's your PAX?
I'm having an absolute blast. I love
excited.
this show. PAX
It's
is
the
one of the
best.
best shows. I've been going to video game shows since 1995.
Holy shit.
And PAX is one of the best in embracing the community and bringing gamers together. It's so much fun to just sit and talk games with all of you and seeing all the cosplay. Look at this front row.
No!
Let you guys get to it. Have a great conversation.
What happened?
All right.
Oh God,
shit, yeah.
that scared me.
Are we doing
We
this?
have most of the Vault Hunters here. This is
Pretty-
great.
Yeah, holy shit. Look
The
at
bad
that.
guys
oh my
over
God,
here.
good.
Something fucking
This is
happened.
trouble
That
over
wasn't
I want
good.
some photos with you guys later. Is that cool? Awesome, awesome. Hell yeah.
Ah,
Hell
there's
yeah.
Jesselyn.
Right,
All
should we
Love
get
her.
to
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So many cool
just
people.
a little table setting here. You know, we recently released the PlayStation State of Play Showcase. Deep dive, 20 minutes, giving you a primer of what the game is. Today,
I'm
we're
so
gonna go
excited.
a little
Gage,
deeper
me too.
into the game.
Her Vex
and
is
kinda
amazing. It
Show
is.
you some of the things you've been asking.
Randy
questions
magic
about.
tricked
I
me.
actually have community questions that I got online.
Yeah.
That we'll be asking as we go about this. But it's not just going to be Randy and me talking today. We have developers from Gearbox here. The team's hard at work on the game right now, but they took some time to answer your questions and be here with you today. So please give a warm, loud welcome to
Questions.
April Johnson, our Associate Narrative Director. Nick
Mwah.
Thurston, Lead Game Designer.
Woo!
And Grant
Yes,
Cow,
Agent, yeah.
Associate Creative Director.
Grant. Woohoo! Let's go, Grant.
You guys ready?
We're so
Super ready.
Are you guys ready?
Are we gonna whisper? So funny.
Dude, how, like, okay, before, like, we moved the date up. Did you guys see that?
Did you
When
see
does
that?
that ever happen? Everybody was like, oh, yeah, GTA 6. Like, dude, we had no idea. We discovered when you guys did. That's.
I'm gonna turn
we've
it up a
got
little bit,
this, you
guys.
guys. This game is in great shape. We're cooking.
All right,
We are
I turned it up a
cooking.
little bit. Volume.
We are cooking.
Woo!
We are cooking.
Yeah, baby.
All right, sorry, Reiner. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question
Okay,
first,
okay,
Randy. So, yeah, stay on the edge of your seat here. This is an intense question. No, you've been involved with every Gearbox release so far.
Yeah.
That's every Borderlands game, of course. Brothers in Arms.
Yeah.
You even worked on like Half-Life game, Duke Nukem. You've seen it all. You've done it all. How do you feel at this moment in time where we're at with Borderlands 4?
It's pretty good. We're on offense, you guys. Like, look,
Here we go.
sometimes we're like white knuckling to the landing, you know. And look, we got a lot of work to do. We're working our asses off. But,
They're working on
The momentum
them.
is insane. The velocity is insane. I don't think we've ever been in
They
a
got a new
better
person
spot
doing all this, I think.
far from launch as we are right now with Borderlands 4. And I'm really, really stoked because I kind of need a game like this right now, you know?
We
I
all
kinda need
do.
this, so
We all
I'm
do,
stoked
Randy.
to play it. I just can't wait to get it done so we can all play together. You guys want to play together?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's
I love April.
go back to the end of Borderlands 3, kind of connect the dots for people. Just spend a few seconds before you get to the new stuff, setting the story, Randy. Lilith teleported Elpis away. Why did she do that? What was the purpose of this?
Yeah, so you know, like with the numbered sequels, we're on a continuum with a story, and at the end of Borderlands 3, everything that we knew was at stake. Pandora itself, the planet that everybody lived on, was a vault, and the moon of Elpis was the key. And if the key went into the vault, Lilith and all of her friends would die. So she effectively sacrificed herself to save everyone and bamfed Elpis away. But where did it go? Where did it go? And now we know. It went to this other place on the other side of the galaxy, a new place that we call Kairos.
In April, this is a community question that I saw online. Where are the rest of the Crimson Raiders?
So the rest of the Crimson Raiders, they just cannot give up on Lilith. There's always this hope for them. So they have split up trying to find her throughout the galaxy. So we haven't seen the end of them, but we're going to get to visit with some of them in Borderlands 4.
And we know the Timekeeper is our big bad in Borderlands 4,
Boy, howdy.
and he rules Kairos with an iron fist, or a golden fist, but we don't know much about him, his motivations. Can you walk us through who the Timekeeper is?
So the Timekeeper wants everything under control. He doesn't want anything to deviate from his vision of what Kairos needs to be. And to maintain that control, he does what, you're gonna do, which is planet-wide propaganda, outlawing vault hunting, doesn't want anything to do with vault hunters. And, if you're gonna do it, you might as well have a massive unyielding army, which is our Order army, and then, you could get a cybernetic implant, put that in everybody's back, and, just control them into submission. So yeah, he holds Kairos very tightly, and he is clever and he is calculating. But when Elpis comes in and is basically like knocking on the door of the Veil of Kairos,
Very rudely. I'll put it, yeah.
rudely, we might see the Timekeeper struggling to maintain that control. And you get a couple of Vault Hunters involved.
The dude's had it locked down for like thousands of years.
Thousands.
And suddenly, some punk-ass Vault Hunters show up and wreck his shit. He's not cool with that.
So what's happening on the surface now that Elpis is here?
So now that Elpis is here, the people of Kairos didn't really have anything other than abject control in their lives. And so when Elpis comes in, these people see the stars, like the reality of the stars for the first time. And they start to go, what if there's more? And of course, there's always the first. So someone took the risk of ripping the bolt out of their spine and out of their neck and encouraged everyone to seek that same freedom. Now, the risk of that is you might have a little bit of a personality change, or you might just vomit and die. High risk, high reward, as we say in the biz. So we're gonna see a lot of unique personalities and how ripping out these bolts has affected the community. And you're also going to see how the pressure of remaining under this control, where there's hope and where people are trying to find each other to escape this and make Kairos better for them. As good as you can get shit in the Borderlands.
Let's dive into our Vault Hunters. We have 4 new ones in this game. And I'm going to ask this to both April and Nick here. So April, talk about who they are, and Nick, maybe give us some new tidbits on gameplay. Let's start with Vex the Siren. She's not your typical Siren.
Let's go.
She's not.
Dark Siren.
Vex is a bit newer to her Siren powers.
Ooh.
And she didn't always have a lot of the best situations growing up. And she knows that a lot of bad things happen, even if you're a good person. And with this sort of awakening of her Siren powers, she can finally do something about it. And
Sexy
where
Vex.
that sort of manifests for her is a little spooky and a little
Dead
cool.
ringer.
And if you're gonna, kick some bad guys in the teeth, you might as well do it with a bunch of Reapers and a big kitty cat.
Yeah,
Big kitty cat.
Like you already said, she's definitely the spookiest siren we've ever had. She's the first siren that can physically manifest physical beings into existence, right? Like you saw her phase cat Trouble. She can summon Reapers and Specters, which is her third action skill
Siren cat,
that
best
we'll
cat.
talk about in a little bit. And she's also the first siren who focuses a lot on kinetic damage. She can actually switch between all the elements, but there's a heavy hook there for those of you who enjoy like lifesteal or draining the souls of your enemies. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
From the first day I saw our cat in the game, it was named Trouble. There wasn't a placeholder name.
I love that.
Nope.
I wrote, I was like, that shouldn't change. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
I don't know, Nick. Where did that name come from?
Life
So
like a
Graham,
lifestyle
the creative
siren.
director, kind of always told me that every good witch has a good cat by her side, a good cat familiar. And I have a good cat familiar at home too. His name is Trouble, and I just kind of put it in the game. I'm like, I'm gonna name him
Look at
my
him.
cat. So it just kind of stuck, and I'm pretty happy about it.
He's adorable.
Hey, Nick, let me
The
ask
real
you this.
trouble.
Do you think we could get your other cat's name in a Borderlands game?
My other cat's named Nisha,
Okay, fair.
so already taken.
All right, let's dive into Rafa. His backstory is really wild.
Rafa. Ugh. Wow. So Rafa grew up in microgravity, and this had a permanent effect on his bones, his muscles, his organs. So he would struggle to live anywhere else, which sort of isolated him, and he has got a lust for life and wants to be out there and doing things. So along comes Tedior and gives him this exosuit. And because Tedior is going to Tedior, he could die at any moment. The suit could kill him. So ironically, the thing that gave him the ability to explore the universe and the world and like have this big life is also this thing that could kill him. But he just rolls with it. He lives every moment to the fullest, and he's playful and energetic and charming, and he's really kinetic as like a vault hunter. And that's really reflected in his dialogue. I mean, he's so charming that even the enemies have things to say about that.
Oh, nice.
And I think that like fluidity of his movement, you can really see that in his skill trees and his action skills.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, if charisma could kill, he used that as a weapon, but unfortunately it doesn't do much. So instead he has energy blades, he's got laser guns, he's got shoulder-mounted cannons that some of our fans at home already spotted in the previous trailer.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's easily our most agile Vault Hunter to date, and we're really excited for folks to
He's
you know,
essentially
equip some energy
the new
blades and
Zane.
get slicing.
He's essentially
Right,
new
and
Zane.
Harlow is also an interesting character
Oh.
into
Harlow.
science, technology,
Gimme.
but has a connection to a well-known Borderlands family.
Toronto.
As some of you rowdy, wonderful fans noticed, Harlow is part of the Toronto family. And you can imagine, if you heard that 40 to 50 times a day, you would also pick up a book on theoretical physics. And so Harlow is joyful and brilliant, and she's got 5 PhDs. And she has this force of will and this drive. And why not use all that brains and that creativity to just bend gravity to your will?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, scientists love to learn new things, especially when that means imploding or exploding your enemies. New ways to do that, right? We've already seen her, destruct in this giant apparatus that fires like a disco ball of destruction. It's pretty cool. She can lift her enemies and slam them into the ground, and she even has quite a few gadgets that we haven't quite shown you guys yet, but they're pretty sweet.
Oh, I'm so
All right.
excited.
And Amon, he
No more
is
on
apparently a part of a Vault Hunter
wanted to see
worshiping
more on
clan, or
Harlow.
Vault Monster worshiping clan. Tell us about him.
I will tell you that if you are going to worship vault monsters and decide to open a vault, that's not going to go well. And so unfortunately for Amon, he lost his entire family, he lost his spouse, he lost his friends, his community, and he sort of harnesses this deep grief to decide, well, you know what, a vault monster took something from me, so I'm gonna kill every last one of them. And he is a big, beefy daddy, but
Axe Daddy.
I will say there's also this really beautiful warrior poet side to him, and he wants to find community and connection, and he's just so single-mindedly focused on literally and figuratively forging his body into a weapon.
Yeah, and I mean, other than forging his body, he also has what we call forge drones that live in his spine and the side of his arm. He is literally able to psychically control them and manifest them into all kinds of weapons. I mean, he's got a sword, he's got an axe, he's got a hammer, he's got a shield, he's got a spear, he's got a whip.
This is a long list.
He's got everything that you might expect from a sci-fi Viking, because that's
nice.
pretty, it's...
He's got
it's kinda
so
great.
many options.
And Randy, let's focus on the planet Kairos a little bit. What can players expect as they're traversing this world?
Oh yeah. Well, look, it's if you're like a human living on Earth and you want to like go someplace safe, Kairos sucks. Like
Yeah?
you're fucking dead. Like everything will kill you out there. If you're a Vault Hunter, it's awesome because nobody gives a shit if you kill dudes and take their loot. It's also unbelievably amazing. There's incredible vistas and the highest of highs and the lowest of lows and a range of different atmospheres. Now, some parts are pretty locked down. The timekeeper did get a hold of this place, and he's got his tamed center of the planet where he commands and controls everything. But out in the wilds, it's nuts. And also even in that area, it's not safe unless you are on the side of the Order. So for a Vault Hunter, it's just everything's possible. And this is the biggest, by far, universe that we've built, and it's seamless. There's no load times. Just you see something anywhere on the screen, a mile away, up in the sky, you will be able to get there. Yeah.
Yeah. In Grant,
Seamless.
we have dynamic weather systems. Walk us through what players can expect.
Yeah, and Kairos, there will be a myriad of different storms, from rain to thunder to snow and dust. They won't have a direct impact on gameplay, like your damage isn't going to increase or decrease because you're in rain.
Okay.
But you will have vision obscurity, you will see some things harder and some things that are easier to see. So just be prepared and go out and kick some butt.
And Kairos is huge.
Right.
This is a fun place to explore. We're going to have story missions all over the place, but there's other things that you can do in the world. Grant, walk us through some of those as well.
As players go through Kairos, they will have a myriad of things to kind of encounter, ranging from dynamic world bosses to NPCs that need help. All of these are just like loot chases, so anytime you do any of these, you'll be rewarded with good loot and like a loot chest and stuff. So be sure to stop and help the locals, be sure to kill the badasses that spawn, and try to fight the bosses that try to kill you.
And Randy, in our State of Play showcase, vaults were mentioned. Plural, what does that mean?
Plural is plural. Yes, there are vaults. Yes.
Yes.
You want me to give it all up right now?
No.
One shoulder at a
Yep.
time, baby.
I'm a former journalist. I got to do it. And as I
Good.
just said,
I don't
Kairos
wanna
is
know.
huge. How are we getting around?
Well, you can do what you used to do, run and walk, but there's a whole lot of new stuff. You could jump, of course, and you could double jump, and you could climb, and you could glide, and you could grapple. And one of the, we've had some big environments in the past, but we've always, when we've wanted to traverse longer distances, you've gone to a vehicle station and gotten in your truck or your car or whatever you're into. We kind of came up with this idea, like, what if I can just use Digistruct technology to bring my personal vehicle to me at any time, anywhere? And it's awesome. Like, I can just get on a bike and cook. And there's so many cool chassis and tons of customizations that you'll collect and loot. And it's freaking fun to just grab that. And if that's not cool enough for you, then you can grapple too and go. And that's fun. There's a lot of ways to get around.
And I've spent a lot of time reading feedback from the State of Play. And one thing people are
Thanks for
honing
this.
in on is the compass. And there's also, this legacy of a mini map. Why do you think the compass is the way to go here for Borderlands 4?
And you're looking at me like you're going to throw the hard
I am.
shit at me.
I'm giving you the hard one. Yeah.
All right. Well, look. Here's the deal. You guys haven't played the game yet. Obviously,
Yeah.
when we did Borderlands 1, we didn't have a mini
Sounds like
map,
there's
and we
not
added
gonna be a
it
mini
in
map.
Borderlands 2, and we noticed that there's some people online going like, "Wait, we haven't seen a mini map in what you've shown so far. What's going on there?" I'll tell you the deal, and I'll just be straight with you. We made a big frickin' world, and a lot of the things you do
K6
can
is angry
be local space.
right
but
now.
a lot of the things you do or want to do are out there, and a local space map is not a good way to navigate when you're thinking about objectives and opportunities, several at the same time that might be miles away. And a compass really helps us do that. The other thing that the team really wanted to commit to, these guys are awesome, and they want to push the boundaries of design and environment. Instead of just a single flat plane, they embraced a lot of verticality. You're going to have more verticality in Borderlands 4
We
than
don't
you've
need
ever
a
seen
mini-map.
before in a Borderlands game, by far.
We just
And
don't.
when you have a layered environment, a top-down two-dimensional view is extremely confusing. But with
It's
a compass
not,
with
Agent.
arrows that tell you if things are up or down, or you have a much better sense of spatial awareness. And we want you to play the game and not play the map. So we made a commitment, and we put all of that investment into this compass system. And you still have the big map. It's one click away. And we've put more cool stuff in there than we've ever done before. We even have like an AI-driven kind of navigation system
You
that'll
can't
give you a
see
GPS
everything
on the big
that
map
you
to show
can
you the line of
see
where you can
on a
go.
little map,
And there's even an
whereas you
in-world
can on the compass.
companion
And the compass
Echo bot that has some features there that'll
is
help you
not like
navigate, and
Borderlands 1
there's a
compass.
lot of tools that help you
It is
navigate.
so much more
and,
in
you know,
depth.
Look, we're open to thinking about
So.
things in the future, but play the game first and understand the choices we've made. And I think you'll see and understand when you realize how big this world is and how playing the game in the world is better than playing the map.
Yes,
You
agree.
just
He said
mentioned
it
Echo
so well.
4, our new little companion,
Said it so
adorable
well.
little robot. April and Grant, I'd like to dive deeper into this bot.
If they were using Borderlands
So
1
you can
compass,
see
then
what a
yes, it's going
charming
backwards, but this is
little,
not Borderlands 1 compass.
Dude he is. He's a real chipper, helpful, very, very cute robot. And the animation team at Gearbox is extraordinary. And the work that they put into to make him emote and have this really sweet personality.
Agreed,
I'm
Thunderous.
going to lean forward and I'm going to look at you and you're going to look at me. I know you don't want to die and fight for your life. I understand that. But I need you to do it just once to see absolutely how sad Echo 4 gets when you die. So if you could just do it once for me.
Yeah, well, of course.
That's all I'm asking. But he not only just does a little robot tear when you cry, he's also actually a very helpful tool in the game, I guess.
Yeah, Echo 4 also controls a lot of your HUD, including giving you options to upgrade your SDUs. They also provide your rewards. So those that didn't want to talk to Lilith for the 30th time, you can now have your rewards
sleepy
delivered
man.
to you from Echo 4.
And you can customize them too, right?
I don't know about that.
Customizations for Echo 4.
Ooh,
So many.
customizations,
Too
nice.
many. Yeah.
We can't tell you all of them, but
Yeah.
there might be some hats involved.
Oh, hats for Echo?
And it's
Let's
a
go.
companion navigation AI. So if you get lost, just your buddy will help you. Yeah.
I do wish that they
Grant
had an
and Nick,
option
let's dive into our
for people who
guns.
want the
What
mini-map.
What can
but
we expect from
it's
our
not needed,
manufacturers this
especially
time?
in
Are
this
there
big of a
guns in
game.
this game?
There's a few.
Wait a minute.
They're just a little bit.
2 hands this time, yeah.
We have 5
We'll get used
returning
to it.
favorite
Don't worry, guys.
manufacturers, The Jacobs, Maliwan, Vladoff, TDR, and Torg. Those are our 5 returning favorites. And then we have 3 brand new ones, the Ripper, Daedalus, and Order.
BOV parts only.
Yeah, and I
That was
mean, and
fun.
we also have ones that are parts only, right? I mean, we got the Hyperion with the shields, COV, so you can make any gun into a heat gun, and then Atlas, so you can
so
shoot
too,
that
Gage.
sweet tracking dart and go blasting, right?
Yes, there's nothing more satisfying than a homing Torg assault rifle.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
pretty
be
good.
honest. Hyperion guns are only useful for the shield. So
Yeah.
Then they're not even
want my
useful,
shield
though.
Parts.
I want
yeah.
my shield on my Maliwan elemental gun. That's what I want.
April, this is a community question. They're asking where Doll is.
So Kairos has been locked off for like thousands and thousands and thousands of like Earth years, right? So nothing really gets in and out with ease. So they're sort of at the mercy of what ship crashed and what parts might be available. So Borderlands is a big, massive universe, so I promise you we probably haven't seen the last of Doll. But I will say, just enough Doll parts did fall. Echo 4 is Doll. So, hey, we gave you a little sweet Doll Echo buddy, so.
Grant, how do the license parts work? This could also be a community question. I've seen a lot of people asking like what agency they have with that system.
Yeah, so licensed parts are our way of describing behaviors from all the manufacturers that we love from Borderlands 3 and the ones that we've added in Borderlands 4. So because there are so many behaviors in the game now, we wanted to make sure that guns drop these behaviors in a kind of tiered fashion. There's no crafting in the game. Players can't modify or craft their guns to have specific licensed parts. They're just drops in the world, and the way they drop is on a tiered system. So from common all the way to legendary, there's different sets of behaviors you can get. Epic's having the most behaviors, and legendaries having one less behavior, but having their own unique behavior.
And can every gun have a TDR part that lets you throw it?
Every gun can have a TDR part that could be thrown.
That's pretty fucking
And
awesome.
Most guns have something called an underbarrel. This is not something new to the series, but we're leaning into it pretty heavily in this game.
Yeah,
Can you give us some examples?
Yeah, one of the favorite things from Borderlands 3 was adding underbarrels to a lot of our manufacturers. This time around, we're taking it up a notch. Vladoff, again, has like the micro rockets, but that technology has now been licensed by other manufacturers too, so that you can have versions of micro rockets, such as the Jacobs having a micro rocket knife that is attached to the underbarrel of their gun, and they can fire it and it does an exploding shot.
A
This can be
micro
coupled with other
rocket
licensed part
blade?
behaviors like a TDR thing. So when you throw a Jacobs gun with an underbarrel flat off, it'll have shooting micro rockets while flying in the air.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
That's just awesome.
Yes.
Grant, let's go into enhancements.
Imagine throwing
That's
an AR
another
or
thing,
sniper.
like,
Yeah.
You're going to be kind of
Yeah.
want to round up, specific manufacturers.
TV show's on.
They come back in the form, they were called artifacts in BL3 and we're calling
Me
them
too,
enhancements
Sneezy.
in BL4. They're a way to modify the play style. So if you really favor a manufacturer like Jacobs and you want to have that crit behavior that kind of ricochets the bullet, you can have that on another gun that has a Jacobs license part with the Jacobs enhancement, so that now a Torg with a Jacobs license part can now ricochet their sticky gyrojets on other targets.
And our eagle-eyed community saw something that looks like set bonuses. There's airstrike there. What is that?
Yeah, so for the first time ever, we're adding firmware, which is our end-game system, and it's one of our end-game systems to help boost the power of the gear. And as you can see in this screenshot, there's 3 parts to it, and if you can get all 3 parts, you get a big damage or utility increase.
That sounds like gears, like sets to me. That sounds, yeah.
Might be.
Might be.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Previously, heavy weapons took up a gear slot, but this has been changed in BL4. How much variety will players find in this new system?
Ordnance is our new
I love it.
revamped
I love it.
slot for grenades and heavy weapons. We no longer want players to kind of hold on to rocket ammo and wait till like one encounter and just pull out their big rocket launcher. Now players can use their heavy weapon, which is on the cooldown, and we can balance that accordingly so that big moments where they want to pull out a big laser beam or rocket launcher or chain gun, they can use it and mow down enemies and don't feel like they have to hoard that ammo or have to go find that ammo to go be able to use it. And in addition, we wanted to make sure that grenades kept their massive impact that they had in previous Borderlands games, but without being able to spam them constantly, so that we had to balance them down to be really low damage or something
Yeah.
like that. So now you
They
can
did in
literally
3.
throw nuclear bombs with different behaviors, because again, they can have licensed parts too. So you can have like an artillery grenade that summons like a giant nuclear bomb. So
Also on cooldowns.
also on cooldowns.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's a big shift.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is another question
Powerful
from
grenades.
the community. How will shields and grenades work?
So grenades I just explained, but shields we're also amping them up too. We're adding a new shield type called armor, and that's a more offensive-focused shield type. We wanted to promote that kind of offensive gameplay. So if you're running and gunning and jumping into combat, your armor shield has a chance of regenerating in combat, so that you can be more offensively focused.
Oh, nice. I like that.
In this
I'm that
Borderlands game,
person.
Nick, brings more variety to the characters than ever before. Our Vault Hunters.
Yeah.
What can we expect from those builds?
I mean, it should be the most diverse builds
Yeah.
we've ever seen. The skill trees are like 2 to 3 times, I think, anything we've ever done before. We have what's called like a trunk and then branches that let you specialize more than you've ever been able to do. And like, it's not only my goal that I want to have a Vault Hunter be able to have a unique build for every tree. I want them to be like unique per branch. I want you and your friend to have the same action skill and have meaningfully different builds. And
Yeah.
there is more than enough in this game for you.
Build
So we
diversity.
could all have
Let's
trouble,
fucking
all 4
go.
of us.
Yeah.
But they're all performing very
Completely different.
That's so cool.
Let's fucking go.
Randy, these Vault Hunters, I know you love them. What can players expect?
I mean, they're the best ones. we got the best. Look, I'll
I
tell
think
you,
they are
this
too.
is the simplest way I can talk about our Vault Hunters. My biggest customer is my wife. She loves
Yep.
Borderlands, and when we make her happy, it's a good day for me, and when we don't, it's not. There's usually one Vault Hunter where I'm like, this is definitely going to be Christie's Vault Hunter, and I put a huge amount of personal English on that character. This one's going to be challenging because
It
there are
is.
at least 3 that have some variations in builds that are exactly right up the alley of what I know my wife loves, and that's just like a tilt on it. For my own choices, there's two that I'm probably just going to be flipping back and forth between. I think there's more for every player than there's ever been before because of the
No,
sophistication
you're
of
not
the
limited
skill
to one
tree
skill
system
tree.
that we've designed.
We've already
that
seen
is
that.
easy to get into and easy to develop, but there's like layers and nuance and subtlety that as you craft that character towards your own play style, you're going to find that, oh, this is me and I feel at home and comfortable. And we have more optionality than we've ever had before. So it's awesome, but it's going to be a tricky choice to
Oh
get
yeah.
into it.
Every
Yeah.
time I boot it up, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I know.
Like, which one do I
Well, we've had
choose?
our like regular play sessions where we're bouncing around too, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
It's going to be
evidenced
so hard.
by,
I mean, Siren first,
like,
obviously.
it's just all really fucking good.
But it's going to be so
Nick,
hard to
let's
choose.
go a little deeper on this, showing Vault Hunters and Gear working together. For this example, let's focus on Vex and crowd control.
Yeah, so I mean, the third action skill that Vex has is actually called Dead Ringer. We didn't show it off much in the state of play, but eagle-eyed fans have seen a spectral version of Vex wielding a scythe. It's a charge skill that kind of lets you decide to either spawn a Reaper, which will taunt enemies so to kind of take the heat off of you,
Nice.
or to summon Specters, which are the opposite, which just, they specialize in damage, but they're very fragile. So because of the fact that Vex applies her elemental attunement to whatever she summons, you can do something like, have a Malawan gun that has fire and cryo. You can switch to cryo, make a Reaper, slow down the enemies all around you, so that way they're staying a safe distance, and then switch to fire and just spawn another
Me
two
too,
Specters
Gage.
behind them that'll just light up the enemies. There's so much possibility with Vex and elemental gameplay. It's really
Yes!
exciting.
You could put those
Thank
anywhere
you.
on the battlefield, right? Like,
Absolutely, yeah. And by the way, there's at least one class mod that will let you actually pass on your gear to Spectres, which is always pretty exciting.
that's awesome.
So she's like Zane.
Grant, we talked in the State of Play showcase about gear balance, the rarities mattering again, legendaries matter again. What did we do? What else have we done to improve the gear chase?
Yeah, because gear now has so many behaviors and they ramp up and they escalate in the amount of things that can happen. We want to make sure that we adjust the complexity so that players aren't bombarded with so many behaviors right off the bat. So we've adjusted the kind of the loot chase so that when players are playing the game, they feel a natural progression of like, oh, okay, I'm adding more things to my gear, I'm adding more things to my gear, so that when they go and express themselves in the combat battlefield, they're not, just being mysteriously overwhelmed with so many things that are happening. And because of that, legendaries now have legendary power. They feel super strong. They come at moments, rare moments that when you open like a red loot chest or you kill a super rare boss, and when you get that unique legendary behavior, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this really changes the way the game plays. So we're reducing the amount of legendaries, but you're going to feel every single legendary when it drops.
Yeah,
Nice.
legendaries are legendary.
Let's
In
spoil
every
one.
sense.
Let's spoil one. Let's give the community one of them. What can we
Yes!
expect?
One of the legendaries that drops from one of the major bosses in the game is called Ruby's Grasp. And Ruby's Grasp is, if you've seen the State of Play showcase, there's a boss with lots of hands, and Ruby's Grasp is just one that just won't let enemies get away. So.
By the way, did you clock the little subtlety there? It dropped from that boss. Does that mean dedicated drops from bosses?
What?
Yes, yes.
The answer is yes.
The game will ship with dedicated drops across the whole game. Every
Let's
boss,
fucking
every
go!
mini boss will have dedicated drops.
Randy, I'm going to throw you the last question here.
Woo!
About co-op.
Because I play with my wife. Yeah.
Yes. What does it mean to Borderlands 4? What have we done that's a little different this time?
Co-op is a religion to us. Here's the thing. It's so awesome that Borderlands is freaking killer when you play alone. And we know a lot of people, they just want to do their own thing and don't want anybody else messing with them. And Borderlands 4 is an awesome solo game. But if you like co-op, it is best in class co-op by far. We have revamped the lobby system, so it's easier than ever to connect with people and easier than ever to get into a cooperative game. And it's drop in and
Instant
drop out
loot,
anytime you want. None of this play for 3 hours and then you can start co-op.
Dynamic
No, just
level
get
scaling
in
and individual
from the
difficulty.
get,
Drop in, drop out.
And people can drop in and drop out. And here's a cool one. Massive world, right? No load times. There's no like dog legs or anything like binding people together. What happens if like I go running off 1,000,000 miles in one direction, my buddy goes off running? You can do that. You can do that. We don't care. Have at it. Have fun. Oh, but I want to get together again. Instant team fast travel. I can fast travel to any of my friends instantaneously,
amazing.
no matter where they are. It's
We already
cool.
knew that.
It's freaking
They already hit
cool.
on that.
And no load times there either. It's just get into it.
Instant.
And look, here's the thing for me, like I'm in the game. We're all working our asses off, and the game's gonna launch, and we're gonna be like working on patches and future downloadable content.
Yeah.
And my wife's gonna be playing.
He said downloadable
and she's
content.
gonna be like level 20
not
by the time I'm even like,
PLCs.
okay, can I play with you? Dynamic level scaling. My
Take my
level
money.
1 chump can jump
it.
in her game,
Take it.
and the game will handle it. Even if I want to be on hard and she's, on harder because she's a better gamer than me, it's cool. And also instant loot. So when the loot drops, there's loot for me and there's loot for her, and everybody's cool. And that's just like the beginning of our commitment to best-in-class co-op.
Post-launch content. It was in
We lead the
Wonderlands.
charge there.
Gage. They weren't good.
Other game developers, do it, man. I love your games too, but frick, man. Why
Thank
did
you for the follow.
promise co-op, promising
Alerts are on
co-op
pause
and
right now. Thank you.
gimping out? Give it to us. You can do it.
We'll resume them after.
Well, that's it for
Yeah,
our
okay.
Q&A.
Here's the thing, you guys. I'm looking at the clock. I want to give some stuff away. Do you mind if we switch modes for a minute? Okay. Cool. I'm going to take over. Okay, so here's the thing. So I know you guys sometimes like when I do a magic trick. I'm not saying there won't be any magic, but because it might be. But you have to absolutely be convinced that this is fair, because I'm going to give something away, but I can't give something away to everybody. So, is there anybody today who it's their birthday? Anybody got a birthday literally today that you would be able to prove it? If you have a birthday today, come on up here. Come up and join me right here. If it is your birthday today, and Will might check your driver's license or something, so don't lie. If it's your birthday, come here. Because holy crap, you're spending your birthday with us. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing. So let's get some birthday. There's some lines here on the floor right here. See these lines on the floor? Stand.
Death Reaper, thank you for the
stand
follow.
there.
I do
Face
have
me, though.
alerts
Yeah,
paused
stand-
at the
stand-
moment.
Stand on the line.
So, but thank you.
On the line, yeah.
I appreciate
face
it.
me. Everybody how many birthdays do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's
All of a sudden,
about
it's
right for a
everyone's
crowd
birthday.
this size. That's what we expect.
That guy's so
thank you
happy.
guys. Congratulations for having a birthday today, because one of you is going to get something cool. We don't know which one yet. We got to figure it out. Okay, so starting at the end, Will there's got a microphone. What's your name?
My name is Andres.
This is Andres, everybody.
Andres.
Andres, what do you do for a living?
I'm an engineer.
An engineer. All right. Making the world more convenient.
Work.
Easier
Making the
to
world
use
work.
the world. That's cool.
Oh, this guy.
All right, Andres. I think we respect engineers, right? All right, cool. All right, pass the mic. What's your name?
Trevor.
I think he's
Trevor,
just
what
worn
do you
it
do,
so
Trevor?
much.
Also an
AJ.
engineer. Do a lot of,
We're going to split the vote. We're going to split the vote.
Sorry,
Pass
guys.
the mic down. What's
I
your
gotta.
name?
I'm El.
El,
those
what do you
again?
do, El?
I'm a writer and editor for a pretty popular YouTube channel.
Oh, making content for us. That's cool.
Sorry,
I
guys.
dig that. Pass the mic down. What's your name?
I'm Chad.
Chad, what do you do?
I work at Progressive. I handle all your auto repairs.
Auto insurance. All right. What's your name?
I'm Neil.
Neil. What do you do, Neil?
I'm a technician and I help fix things, yeah.
Fixes things technician. All right, one more. What's your name?
No streamers.
Hi, Rich. What do you do?
I work in banking.
A banker. Okay, it's up to you guys. All right.
Oh.
Engineer number 1. Engineer number 2. Streamer, creator, content person from YouTube, doing YouTube stuff.
Okay, so she was a streamer.
Insurance.
Oh, insurance guy's gonna win.
Technician. And banker.
I think
Dude,
I think he won.
I think our insurance
Progressive
guy
won.
Okay.
Yeah, he won.
Can you come? Will's gonna take you backstage. The
I'm
rest
so
of you
hyper
hang out,
dedicated,
because
Ross. Yeah,
I'm gonna
me too.
I got something for you guys too, but so like maybe hang out over here.
Well, no, the one chick was a
and,
streamer,
yeah, so
content
here's
creator.
What we're gonna do. We're gonna play a game. If you guys can just hang out over here, maybe somebody can, Yeah, you can watch. We're going to give something away. We're going to need a random number. Can we get our loot chests out? We're going to open a loot chest. Let's get our loot. Come on out, loot chests. We're going to get our loot chests out. And we're going to open a loot chest. And we're going to win a prize.
That's a
here.
lot of
Now, it
fucking
could be
loot
any
chests.
one of these loot chests. And you're going to see that there's 100 loot chests that we're bringing on stage.
Holy
We don't know
fuck.
which one we're going to get. We're going to get a random loot chest. And first of all, we're convinced that this was a random choice. You guys picked who's on stage. We now have to be convinced that we're going to pick a random loot chest. So our friend who's going to join me on stage is going to open. Well, we're going to see what's in one of these loot chests. I'm going to use you guys to help me figure out which one of these loot chests are going to open.
Guys, I'm going to have to run ads. I've already
why don't-
snoozed them.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
We're gonna do it again.
This
and
is
one
running
of them
over.
is gonna start with a number. Okay, so whoever we end up picking is gonna give
I do
us our
apologize.
number. We got numbers from 1
Subs
to
won't
100.
see ads, though.
So do you guys want one of our engineers?
Just sub real quick.
Our YouTube content person? Okay. Our technician? Or our banker?
The banker.
All right,
I
let's
know.
start with our YouTube.
He can be a little
I
cringy,
need
but it's
a
okay.
number between 1 and 100. Actually, you know what? We'll do both the banker and give me the first digit. What's the first digit? We're gonna
Yeah.
2.
Ads
And
are gonna
what's the
run in
second
3
digit,
minutes.
Banker?
Sorry, guys.
29. Is there anyone in this room that doesn't believe that that was a randomly selected fair number? Is there any skeptic that isn't absolutely convinced that 29 is a random? I saw a hand go up over there. I saw that hand. Stand up, skeptic. Stand up back there. You don't believe that 29's random? You think that was a setup? You think they're stooges? You think they're in on this with us? Okay, you know what? Give me some other number, and we're gonna just give me some other number. 8. Should we? And who? There was another U. Are we gonna add 8 or subtract 8?
Just open YouTube up on another
Okay.
like
1 to 28,
device.
now it's 18.
While my
And
ads are running.
The other person. Are we gonna add 18 or subtract 18? Subtract 18. What was the number we had over here? 29, and we're gonna subtract 18. That leaves us with 11. It's a really low number, but we got it up where it's right over here.
It's right there.
Does anyone believe that number is not random?
No.
That number is freaking random.
It's very random.
How random
Yeah.
is that? Okay, we're gonna go with 11. Where's our friend? Where's our friend? Who's our contestant? Bring him up. Bring him up. Bring him up. Bring him up.
Where's our insurance
Yeah,
guy?
Don't run. Hi.
Don't run.
You did it. You're about to win something. There is loot in every one of these chests. The audience has chosen
done
for
69,
you. We're
yeah.
opening chest number 11. Okay. Before we change it, before we do it, are you confident that that's a random number, or would you like it to be made different somehow?
Don't run.
Okay, because it sounded random. We're all convinced, right? We're gonna go to number 11. Okay, are you ready? Let's see what you get. You
Ads
guys
about to
keeping
start in
this honest?
1 minute, guys.
We're gonna see what number 11 is. Let's see here.
What if they all are the same thing?
This is really cool. This is a Stay Cool custom shirt that has been customized by the artists of the Borderlands 4 team. It has
Oh,
been
that's so cool!
This is really cool.
That
A
is really
custom
cool.
shirt.
Yeah.
Do we have it? Can we get it from backstage? We're gonna
Call
give him
it-
his gift. This is one of one.
I would
This is
love a
really
shirt.
Cool. Look at.
Look
Stay
at
Cool.
oh, that's
Here, hold
really
that up.
fucking
Show everybody.
cool. I want
And
that.
All the art on there. All the art on there was drawn on. Yes.
Look
that's
at
awesome.
it. That's so
Now,
fun.
I
Look
know
at the
what you're-
pizza.
I know what you're
Wait,
wondering.
pizza? No, it's not pizza.
I know what you're wondering. You're wondering what could I have won? What would all the other prizes
sick
be?
as
You guys
hell.
want to see
Yeah.
what the other ones could have been? Go ahead. Let's turn them all around. Let's turn them around. What could you
They're
have
all
won?
gonna be the same thing? They were all the same thing?
Bro. They're all Borderlands 4. You
That's-
could have won months early a copy of Borderlands 4. But this is better, right?
Magic trick.
This is
Magic trick.
better.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's this? There's something on here. Here, can you hold this up? Hold this up.
What is happening?
Can we get the lights out here? Can we get the flash? Yeah. Can you guys see that? There's something really faint on there. Let me
Oh,
see.
it's a golden key. It's a code for a
UV
golden
light.
key.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, that's a.
It's a
that
golden
looks
key
like
code.
some code.
Golden key.
That's a.
Yeah.
Is that a shift code? Do you know
Flip
what that
it.
means?
Flip it.
Whatever that is for everyone in the room.
Flip it.
And for you. And you wear this, anyone who can see that, and this glows bright as day outside when you're in the sunlight because sun has UV. So take a picture of that, write it down. This is the best shift code we've ever given out, you guys.
Can I take a picture real quick?
So everybody grab it. This is like 75
I got it.
golden keys in every single game.
75?
I think
Look,
there's like
man.
25.
All right, I got it for you guys. Don't worry.
Is there more? Yeah, 75 golden keys and diamond keys.
Oh shit.
There's like 25 diamond keys.
I got you guys. Don't worry.
This is insane, you
typing
guys.
it.
So everybody in the room gets the best shit. And
There you go, Thumbs. Thank you.
So congratulations. Happy birthday. Oh, and I got one more thing for you that we're going to send you if you give us your and every one of you that has a birthday, we're going to give you a collector's edition of Borderlands 4.
Collector's edition.
When
Confirmed.
When it comes out. So please, Will, can you get all of their contact information? Get all of their Happy birthday to you guys. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Yes. And by the way, that was sort of a foreshadow. And thank you to our helpers here with the loot chests. This is a foreshadow of something we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a shirt or a hoodie or something that anyone can buy that'll show up on our store, and it'll have a shift code on it, so
That's
that
super
everyone
cool.
can kind of be like when I'm sharing the shift codes with people. You're walking down the street, somebody goes, "I know what that is," and they'll get the loot that you're gonna give them from your shirt. So that'll be out later. So awesome, you guys. Now we do have some time left, and there's some.
We did it.
And there were some questions from the world. So we're gonna do the hard questions now.
Ooh, questions.
Noel.
Where are the questions
Waiting
at?
for those to come.
Noel?
Noel. Hi, Noel.
Hey, there we
Give me
are.
the question. And Noel.
Noel.
All
Hi,
right.
Noel.
Did any of you guys, there were some people pulling questions from the line out there. Some of you guys.
It's been really good, DJ.
Hopefully we could get to them. Let's fly through these.
Okay, we'll fly.
Yeah.
Speed round.
Grant, are
Put 'em on the big screen.
Invincibles coming back?
Yes,
Ooh.
to be announced in a later date.
Ooh.
Okay.
Randy, we want to know more about the end game.
Yes.
I'm gonna rewatch it, DJ. Probably.
We'll say more very soon.
Listen, we're going to talk more about Endgame soon, but and in fact, some of us are going on a press tour, and we're going to be showing some of that stuff. And we have an event coming up in June that we're affectionately calling our BFF event, and we're going to be kind of getting into some of that too. So, and we'll broadcast it, but there's also going to be people live, and some of your favorite streamers will be streaming from the event, so that'll be good. And that's coming up in June.
Grant, do overworld enemies respawn without save quitting?
Yes, overworld enemies do respawn, just like in previous games. It's on a timer. There will be a machine to respawn bosses and mini-bosses, though, based off how fast the player kills them.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like a literal machine you could use to just make the boss.
He said a
reset so
timer,
that you
though.
can
They
grind
respawn in
them
the
again
world on a
if you wanna
timer.
get that
But I wonder if you can
dedicated drop.
still save quit.
Nick, will Badass Guardian rank make a return?
Yeah, there is an endgame specialization system that it's going to be very similar to the Badass system in the past games, but it's actually going to have meaningful choices. It
Because
won't
it's
just
an-
be like put points into this, that, and the other thing to get like a flat bonus. There will actually be behaviors, and you will have to make some hard choices. But we'll talk about that a little bit
A
more.
timer
out we're talking about a
without
lot of
save
endgame.
quitting, Samaranth. So you probably
Randy, I
can
got a
still
tough
save
one
quit,
for you here.
Oh, you got to
and it
I don't know the answer. I don't know if
respawn
Why is
you
that
know.
always
immediately,
me that has
or
to
the
do
encore machine. It said
All right.
that you can use.
What will the game's price be? That's an interesting one. I don't know this.
Really? now?
Oh. Thank you, Dave Bourne.
I'll tell you the truth.
Nice, Agent.
I don't know. And that is the truth. I'll hit it. I'll hit it straight on. And it's an interesting time, right? We've got the on one level, we've got a competitive marketplace where people where the people that make those choices want to sell as many units
be
as
raid
possible,
bosses.
and they want to be careful about people that are price sensitive. So there's some folks that don't want to see prices go up, even the ones deciding what the prices are. There's other folks accepting the reality.
Yeah, we don't care.
that
We're gonna pay whatever.
Game budgets are increasing, and there's tariffs for the retail packaging, and like it's getting gnarly out there, you guys. Borderlands 4 has more than twice the development budget than Borderlands 3. More than twice. The truth is, I don't know what the price is going to be. I do know that we will be opening pre-orders soon, TM, and that will
There
be
you go.
when the price is set. I think that Borderlands 4, here's the philosophy we have. Whatever the price is, we're entertainers. Yes, we want to get more resources so we can make bigger and better games. There's a reason why Borderlands 4 is so awesome. It's because you guys showed up and supported Borderlands 3. And we had the budget, so we could more than double the budget and feel confident in that.
Doubled the
And
budget.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
When the revenue comes in, we could spend it to make bigger games and better games. As artists, we want everybody to have it. You know, we want to make it as easy as possible for everybody to enjoy what we're creating. So it's a weird thing, but the
912
fundamental philosophy is
agent.
we want people to
Just take my
buy
money.
it so we have the resources to make
Just
more.
take it.
But we want
I don't care.
everyone who buys and plays
Don't
a
care.
Gearbox game
Take
to
it.
feel certain that they got the better end of the bargain. Whatever the price is, that they got the best value. And that's the philosophy that we live by.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we're going to have a price set
I mean,
soon,
technically, September's still
and
summer.
It might be the new
Right?
price that like Nintendo and Microsoft have led with. It might be that
Yeah,
we
September
stay back.
12th.
It's going to be the people at the publishing house that decide that. And if it is cheaper, then maybe we'll sell you that mini map that you guys want, but we'll develop later. How bad do you want that? $10? I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
That's
Or
hilarious.
am I?
Or am I?
I'm just kidding. Or am I? I'm just kidding. Or am I? I don't know.
Fucking hilarious.
We'll know soon.
K6
I
is
think it's gonna be
fucking
fine, whatever it ends
fuming.
up being. I think it's going to be amazing, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
that's
Borderlands
fucking
is
hilarious.
fucking amazing, and it's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah.
It's worth it. I agree.
We haven't got kicked off stage yet. I'm just going to keep going until
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
stop.
can
Keep
go
going.
until you
Keep
guys
going.
leave or they kick us out. There's nobody on after us.
Of
so-
course, same Ranth. Doubled the budget. Yeah.
April, what is Ordinite used for?
Yes.
Ordinite.
Yeah, what is
Ordinite.
Ordinite? Yeah.
Ordinite is sort of like the sister
Iridium.
element to Iridium. And so it has an opposite effect. Ordinite is used for a lot of different things in the game that we don't want to quite talk about yet, but I will tell you this, it is not a currency.
Okay.
So it is not a currency, I promise.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it will explode shit in
One
some
of the
ways.
goals when we were in the room, and I think I'm the one that actually named it because I'm like, how cute is that? The Ordinite. The idea is that the Borderlands universe is much bigger than anyone thought. It's bigger than just the Iridians, and Ordinite is a part of that new larger puzzle that you didn't even know you were looking at. And we're excited to start peeling back those layers for everyone.
Yeah, it'd probably
Nick,
be
what will split
9
screen
p.m.,
look
9/11
like,
your
and
time.
How does it work?
Yeah, I mean, it's split screen. It's
Is it hot dog or
divided
hamburger?
horizontal.
What did you say? Hot dog, hamburger?
Hot dog or hamburger style?
Yeah.
That's the
That's
scientific
horizontal
term.
for the uninitiated.
It's horizontal.
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 But
Hamburger.
couch co-op out of the gate, or remote co-op, or couch plus remote. Like however
Yeah.
you want to do it. Who does that anymore? We do that, MFers. We do that.
MFers.
And Grant, what will the rarity levels be?
Ooh, rarity levels will go from common to legendary.
There's your
We nailed it.
there's your
Nailed
there's
it.
your gray. There's your green. There's your blue.
I don't like how you're saying
There's
that, by
your
the way.
purple.
And then there's orange.
There's your orange. There's your
Whoa. Hold on.
They are teasing us. Randy.
I'm such a troll.
Last one
He
I'll
is.
ask here. After collecting vault key fragments, can you repeat the same vault over and over again?
Yes, you can.
Rerun your vaults.
Yes, rerun your vaults.
Awesome.
There's spectacular loot hidden behind.
You do have to start the entire game over. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Randy. Goddamn, bro.
That's it for us. but
Woo, you got through the questions.
I did. I did. We got through it all. But
Yeah. Oh, you were standing there?
I'm like, come on, we got to wrap it up. Let's go.
All right.
Let's give a round of applause to everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That was a good show. That was a really good
Cheers,
show.
you guys.
All right, you all. Thank you. So, as Randy mentioned, we are hitting the road. Like, literally, Pitchford and Reiner and I are leaving this afternoon, going around the world on a trip. But we're coming to a place near you. In June, on June 21st, we've got the Borderlands Fan Fest event, and that's... Hi.
Run the trailer after
We've
this!
got the Borderlands Fan Fest event on June 21st.
He said
We're
run
going to be
the
going to
trailer.
Billy World, and that'll be coming up in July. In August, we're going to be at Gamescom.
June
We're
21st,
also going to be at
fan
PAX
event.
West if you're in Seattle. And in October, we're going to be heading to PAX Australia. So I'm looking forward to that. But if you're here, where you're going
Can I please
is
go
up
to
the
Fan
Q
Fest?
Hall to get that poster signed. We're going to be hanging out up there doing autographs. So please come say hi to us, and we'd love to say hi to you.
I want to go so
And
bad.
we're going to do one more run of a trailer. All right, thanks you all.
But
Let's
is
hit
it
the
a new trailer? Or is it an old trailer? Please be a new trailer. I need something new. I need something new. No.
What use?
It's not a new trailer.
What use is a killer?
Sad. It's okay. It's still a good trailer.
Taking, running, and gunning natural disaster.
Maybe new stuff. Maybe different information at the end. It is old trailer, yeah. It's the same song that we saw at State of Play. Aww, kitty cat. Kitty cat's vicious.
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been
Kitty best
enacted.
friend, yeah.
Violators will be shot on sight.
Grapple? Throw. Hands.